Thank you so much to Danny and Danielle for opening our hearts in such a good way today, letting the sunshine in and all of the air and fresh air and trees and nature and the whole environment around us, welcoming that into our hearts to listen with open hearts and minds today to the people of Niskandaga and their allies who are here to support them in their struggle for justice and for clean water. I want to start this morning by introducing to you the MPP for the Kuwaitanung District, Saul Mamakwa, who is a member of Kingfisher First Nation and has been since October sitting down for the national anthem in order to raise awareness about First Nations issues in the North that are not top of mind for politicians, for the public, for the media, who don't understand the kinds of deliberate and systemic crises that are happening that are unresolved and need immediate attention now. So it's a great honor to introduce him today, where he's going to address some of the context of the North and the issues facing Niskandaga and the work he's been doing to draw attention to their struggles. So please join me in welcoming him.
Bonjour, Miigwech, for the songs this morning. Miigwech for being here. Miigwech for Niskandaga for coming down to the Ontario Legislature. And also Miigwech to everyone that is here and standing in support, standing in solidarity on the issue of asking for a basic thing such as clean drinking water. I know when I come to this building each day, when I step in the chamber of this place, they don't know who we are. They don't know where we come from. They don't know what's happening in our communities. A few days ago, there was a young girl named Bidaban that sent a strong message on what it is to, sharing a story of what it is to grow up without access to clean drinking water. And one of the things I keep bringing this up at this house, in 1929, on the Treaty 9 adhesion in Big Trout Lake, Ontario, known as KI, Ontario signed the treaty with Niskandaga, with Treaty number 9. So they're actually signatory to Treaty number 9, where we are partners, but they don't treat us like partners here. And I think that's very important. Like I know some of the messaging I see with respect to the water issue that's happening in Niskandaga, everybody's blaming the federal government. When I ask questions here about this issue, oh yeah, we're writing letters to the federal government. They are responsible. Just because we are First Nations, just because we're on reserves, should not, kids like Bidaban should not be living like this. And that's what I've been trying to share this information at this place. There's a lot of other things that are happening in our communities. There's 14 other First Nations, other Niskandagas that are happening here. And I think this movement, this story of Niskandaga has been happening for over a quarter century. Like down the street here, perhaps at the apartment building there, that condo, if that happened, it would not be allowed.
That's right.
For that long.
That's right.
It would not be allowed for 25 years. So
yeah.
I really want to say that I'm very happy that you're here to support Niskandaga. They just want clean drinking water, and that's it. They want the system to be fixed. What's happening over the last 25 years is a backfire. It's happening because governments continue to do these band-aid solutions on the systems that are there. And this is what's happening today. So, Sumigwes to everyone, and I want to introduce Alex Munias. He's one of the elders from Niskandaga that I was there about 2 Mondays ago. When I was on the ground, he was one of the 24 that looked after the homes, the infrastructure, and so when I went there was no water, so I'm going to get him to speak a little bit on it, and after that will be Lawrence. So I'll get him to speak.
Bonjour, Archie, Miigwech. Thank you for coming and supporting us. Since the time when our people were here alone, without another nation, the Creator has given us the responsibility for the creation and the land and the water and each other. When the Treaty 9 was signed, it was agreed that all levels of government and the Anishinaabe, we would share the land and the resources, and our basic needs need to be met for as long as the sun shines, as the grass grows, as long as the river runs. I say this to the governments of Ontario and Canada. Did the sun stop shining? Did the grass stop growing? How the rivers stop running? Governments of Ontario and Canada have never truly fulfilled their treaty responsibilities. We are the original people of this land. We have suffered for far too long. Listen to our people, such as Pete Allen. He's done a short video. You've seen it. It's a strong message to the government who had enough and just wants clean water and to live back home. He cannot quiet us. He cannot let us go away. Our people have been here for thousands of years and will continue to be here 1,000 more. Miigwech.
Bonjour, my name is Lawrence Sackney. I'm from Niskandaga. I just want to say thank you for supporting us here. And again, I'm happy that people seeing here gives me strength. And I stand here today for my community, my family, and my children, grandchildren, as well as elders. I'm here to say enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm here to say 25 years is far too long to wait to have access to the basic human rights of clean water. I'm here to call on Fort government to start pretending they have no role to play
That's right.
in getting clean water to my community. everyone with all levels of government have felt it has for far too long. Think about the message it sends to our people that we do not deserve the basic human rights to clean water. I think of many lives we have lost to suicide and addictions, minds, spirits being weighed down by messaging such as this. Being less than human, no one caring how we are forced to live for world conditions. What we want, what we are demanding as simple things that anyone else for granted in Canada. Access to clean tap water 24 hours per day, to bathe and drink and use tap water without fear, to raise our children, young children, grandchildren in a world that they do not have to suffer, but we have suffered before them. We cannot tolerate Band-Aid solution any longer. This is a message to the government. Help us. We want clean drinking water. Migaj.
I have some colleagues from the MPPs from NDP, so I'm going to give some opportunity to Jill Andrew, my colleague from Toronto Centre. Is it Toronto Centre?
Toronto St. Paul.
Toronto St. Paul's.
Here we
To
go.
say a few words.
Thank you very much, Saul, for your leadership. Thank you very much to the communities, Neskantaga First Nation. But this is a fight that's been going on for way too long. And it's a fight that needs to end. Clean drinking water is a basic human right. And it is disgusting. It is callous. It is settler violence. It is anti-Indigenous racism that men, women, children, people, Indigenous communities in our province are fighting during, I might add, an unprecedented pandemic, COVID-19, to remain safe, to have access to clean drinking water. It is abysmal that Doug Ford and his caucus has allowed this to continue on their watch. It is abysmal that it has continued on previous governments' watch, and the buck has to stop here for the sake of Indigenous communities. If we talk about truth and reconciliation, we need to act truth and reconciliation. And currently, Doug Ford and his government is failing. My name is Jill Andrew. I am the MPP for Toronto St. Paul's. I am thankful to stand here as an ally. But I also recognize that with that comes great responsibility. We must all raise our voices, and we must all continue to act in the right direction to get this situation solved. I'm joined here today by many, many amazing members of our NDP caucus. I see Butila Karpoche, NDP MPP for Parkdale High Park. I see my neighbor, Marit Stiles, NDP MPP for Davenport. I see Rima Burns McGowan, NDP MPP for Beaches East York. I see my colleague and friend here, we're all friends, Joel Harden, the NDP MPP for Ottawa Centre. And have I missed anyone? And of course we have Saul Mamakwe. I don't think there are any more words left for me other than to say we are in a critical moment here. Lives have been lost, and they will continue to be lost if government, those who